This is a video for a very specific problem or situation I found myself in, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. Maybe you're also looking for a tool to solve that issue, and maybe you already have the tool but you didn't know you could use it like this. And the tool I'm talking about in this case is the Wampler Belle. If it wasn't already clear from the intro clip, this isn't your standard review of the Wampler Belle where I use it through a clean amp. There are already plenty of videos online doing that. In this video I will use it to reshape my sound. My main gigging amps are Marshall plexis, which I mainly use with humbucker guitars, often in the middle position. And these are bright and aggressive amps to begin with. So with brighter guitars with a lower output, it can easily get too clean and too brittle. My open tuning guitar is a Telecaster, so I need a bit of boost, but also a way to add some low ends while also taming the highs. And besides that, I want to be able to use this amp with other bright guitars, like my Les Paul Jr. or my Firebird 1, that sit into kind of a similar category. In that example you could hear that it does just that, adding some low end and gain while taking out some of the highs. And you might think that the sound without the bell doesn't sound like it needs any fixing. When you're in the room with a brighter guitar than the amp is dialed in for, the plexi cuts your head off. And the context is different if you're playing a live show and you just played 5 songs on your Les Paul and you switch to your Telecaster. I don't want my Telecaster to sound like my Les Paul, but I also don't want it to stick out like a sore thumb. At the end of the last clip I started to play with a bit of cleanup, so let's do that a bit more and see how it compares with dynamic range. Now, it still sounds nice and clear without the bell, but I have it for more than just tone shaping, because for that I could just as well use an equalizer. I want to change and smoothen the gain structure and add a bit of saturation and compression when using a telecaster through my plexi. In a studio setting, I would use my Z-Rack Junior head for these kind of guitars because it does just that. It is more saturated, more smooth, it has a bit more low end and less aggressive highs. But live I don't want to switch between two heads, and that's where the Wampler Belle comes in. This pedal and its inspiration, the Nobels ODR-1, have a reputation for being Telecaster overdrives. Smooth overdrive with a lot of bass. I went with the Belle because of the smaller form factor, the dedicated bass knob and the gain structure switch. But how does the plexi with the Belle actually compare to the Dr. Z Z-Rack Junior? It's pretty close, but it seems I overcompensated a bit here by dialing out too much of the highs. But that's also one of the reasons I went for this kind of circuit, because the color or filter knob on an ODR-1 style pedal add highs and lows when you turn it clockwise, and it cuts both when you turn them counterclockwise. I've got it dialed pretty far to the left at this moment, so let's dial in some more highs while cutting some of the bass and gain and see how it sounds now. I think I might have found the sweet spot there, at least with this guitar, which is the guitar I intend to use most with this pedal. And I think it works great. You can shape the tone of your guitar to where it works best with your amp settings without losing the character of your amp or your guitar. What you do get with this pedal is some added character, which is not a bad thing for me because that's what I actually hope for. It still feels and sounds very organic to play. And as sort of a preamp for specific guitars, I like the small form factor because I can fit it on a board that didn't actually have place for it. So if you're looking to do something similar, I can recommend this pedal very much, and if you already own it, you might give this a try. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and I'll see you next time.